Hello and welcome back to Officina Virtuale. Today we're going to be continuing our beginner series. As always, let's click on Mechanical Design and Part Design, and Part 1, let's click on OK. Today we're going to talk about slot. As you can see here, to use this command we need something to cut, so let's sketch something on our Y-X plane. For example, we can use a centered rectangle like this, and we can extrude this using pad into different direction. For example, let's say 50. Preview, OK. Now we've got this command enabled. To use this command as our rib, for example, we need two different profile. We need our profile and we need a center curve. So let's open our part body, and let's select our first surface. For example, let's select this, and we can sketch our first profile, and this could be a circle. With a right click we can change the property, and this time let's change the future property. Let's say profile. Apply and OK. Now we've got our first sketch. Let's exit workbench. Now let's select, for example, the surface here, and we can sketch something on this surface. For example, we can sketch spline. Like this. And let's say, for example, coincidence between this and this. With our constraint, let's click on coincidence and coincidence between these two different elements, coincidence, and let's click on OK. And with right click we can change the name, and we can say curve, and OK. Now let's exit workbench and let's click on slot. We need to select our first profile, so let's click on profile, and we need to select our center curve, and let's click on curve, and let's click on preview, and this is what we got. With this option, keep angle, this is why we've got something more than our profile here, because we've got these options. This is a sort of tangency options, okay? Normally we will use this keep angle. We've got two different options, pulling direction and reference surface, but we will use that in our subsequent tutorial. For now, let's change the thick profile, for example, and we can select the thickness in our direction, and let's click on preview, and this is what we got, of course, and we can change our radius. Let's click on preview. Okay. This is the idea. As always, we need two different sketch. We need our first profile. So let's sketch something on this curve, on this surface, for example, this rectangle. And then we need something on this surface, for example. And let's sketch our second profile. Let's sketch something like this, okay? The best way to use this command is, for example, we can project this point here as a construction point, okay? And we can say coincidence between these two different elements. Coincidence, and let's click on OK. And for example, we can project this line here, like this, as a construction line, as always, and we can say coincidence between point and line, coincidence, and let's click on OK. Now let's exit workbench, and we can select our first, let's click on slot, we can select our profile, and then we can select our center curve. Let's click on preview, and this is what we've got. Let's click on OK. As always, if you like this content, please consider to subscribe, share, and so on. See you soon.